We're back once again. We're back. Happy Thursday, guys. If you have not done so already, please make sure you subscribe to Cat Culture Radio. It's been on top of the chat, also in the community tab, and also in my bio. We go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Hope to see you there. We're going live tomorrow, so you don't want to miss. And not only that, we just recently today just dropped a reaction video of Donald Trump and his plan for his upcoming election. So, which is this year. So please go and check it out and let us know what you think. You know, we would love to have you guys there. So this one right here is about Chad Okocinco. He recently was featured on Shannon Shape show, which is Shay Shay, sitting down with him and talking about the whole aspect of the NFL and how NFL players spend their money. So in his ideology on how to spend his money, I love it. And that's why I want to do a take about it, because he plans to show us normal folks how normal NFL players, how they really truly operate when it comes to money. And not only that, but how some of them are walking around with fake jewelry, don't really have money like we think they do, and a lot of them are broke because of the whole aspect of not handling their money on a manageable scale. So because they have a $2 million contract doesn't mean they handle their money like a $2 million. They're going around buying these luxury cars, luxury clothes, luxury jewelry, and they all at the end in a broke. But Chad Okocinco did something totally different, and this is why I want to do a take about it, because it was a lot of good game for me and for others to learn from why he sat down with Shannon Shape. So of course I'm gonna play the audio, and this was on the Shannon Shape podcast, Shay Shay. So go check them out if you didn't have time. Very dope interview. So this is the one I really love about the interview.
Make enough money, I can fly private. Shh, I ain't flying private. I'm Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row, window seat. That's all I need. As long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private. Athletes more so. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your thing. Wow. My name itself, Ochocinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than. Why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So
yes. For what? What am I doing it for?
See, smart.
The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
Facts.
And then the other women who really doing their homework don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Facts.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch, $80,000 watch?
Preach.
What time is it real quick, please?
It's
20
minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
They cost you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for?
Right.
For what? I'm Ocho. What's the point?
Right.
There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone. So it made no sense. But everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me.
Preach, brother.
It's pointless. You know how hard it is to live like that all the time, consistently, and be fly every day?
Yeah.
Jewelry and listen, eras of rappers. Think about the era before us.
Right.
Everybody flashy, stunned, and after 10 years, what happens?
They ain't flash things.
Oh, you can't. It's impossible to sustain.
Right.
It's impossible. People, social media. Well, if I spin this bag, I'm just gonna make it back. It ain't like you think.
No.
And people, they think the cure and the fix for the problem is, well, give me more money, I'm gonna be all right. But the more you make, the more you spend.
Facts.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
Love it.
Every time. Well, just give me more and more. No, the more you get, the more you're going to spend. And people ain't going to listen because we're caught up in looking a certain way, living a certain way, trying to appease others who don't really care nothing about you.
Yeah.
Just to say, oh, I got it. Wow. Well, I got it too, and I had it for almost 30 years. I done saved, 83% of my salary. I don't need validation from nobody on the outside. That's another downfall. In society, we always need validation and acceptance from others. Don't try to live a lifestyle that you know you can't afford.
Right.
You can't do that.
Wow. What more do I need to say, man? He dropped so many games and so many jewels. I just received it because it's the truth. Because at the end of the day, most of the time people do stuff for recognition for others. But when you realize at some point that your name is valuable, that you have a certain era, a certain brightness to you, you don't care what other people think. You can walk around with a cheap shirt or a $5 shirt a $4 pair of jeans and a $4 pair of slides and still get the same recognition if you had a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci bag. So that's why I say I love the aspect of that. And to me, if black people can understand that concept, we will go farther in life. We will buy more property, more land, more things that could benefit us generationally than focus on the now and try to please others. Because at the end of the day, mind you, he was at one point in his career, he was a star. He was, I think everybody would know, everywhere you go, Chad Ochocinco, who is from Miami, he would walk down the street and people would automatically gravitate themselves to him. So why he need to walk around with a drive around with a Ferrari or have to get a freaking Rolex to prove something to who, to what? Now, if you like those things, that's cool. But if you're doing that to get some form of validation, then your heart is in the wrong place. But if a guy that's making millions is telling you like, hey, you don't need validation because at the end of the day, your name itself is great, then focus on that. That's why I say, that's why I took from it. If your name itself is great, focus on that. Make that into a brand because people are gravitating themselves to you. I would say it was so much gain that why would you go on a private jet spending $10K when you go on Spirit and spend $200? Now you save that $10K. Now you can invest that $10K and triple that $10K to $100K to $1 million. You go as far with that $10K. But if you just want to focus on now to show people on the ground that hey, I'm driving on the back seat on the yacht, or I'm on a jet to prove something to who? At the end of the day, in life, the only person you got to prove yourself to is yourself. And that's what I got from the whole situation with him sitting in with Shannon Sharpe. And I hope a lot of people take in that take what he said to Shannon Sharpe because that was something that was very powerful and very deep. If people could just meditate on that, a lot of people will be financially free. But the problem is, most of the people that put themselves in debt is to prove something to others. Something to think about. Subscribe to KL Culture Radio. I will be back shortly. Peace.